Well, Richard, a disappointing afternoon at Hayden Road. It's defeat on the day. What's your overall assessment of the game?
Yes, very good first half. I thought we went in very well. Good goal, game management from that point of view. Very, very disappointing second half, and we'll look at those. Another injury to add to the injury list as well.
You mentioned the injury there. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, he'll be out again, along with the others.
Can you put your finger on why perhaps the second half performance seemed to really drop off from the first?
I think conceding in the first 47 seconds didn't actually help, and conceding the second one.
Is it like 5 goals? It just took the stuffing out of us a bit.
I think it did. I don't think the conditions weren't really that favourable to playing football. I think they handled the conditions better. It's a whole new back line for us, given the injuries from Royston. So we're carrying quite a few knocks. We've got a few people swapped in. We're not the biggest squad. That's going to hurt us, and it probably showed second half.
You had a few missing players today. One of them was Miguel Nguar. I know it's a squad game, but especially for a man who's in such good form as he is, how difficult is it, being without him?
Him and the others, absolutely. When you're missing 1, 2, maybe you can cope with that. But when you're missing 4, 5, 6, it becomes really, really tricky, and you're starting to really, change things around, which showed in the second half.
The conditions were obviously very difficult today. That the rain came down quite heavily. Obviously, the pitch was very boggy. I know both teams are playing on it. It's the same for both teams. But do you feel like that had an impact on just the game as a whole?
Yeah, definitely. I think they handled the conditions better. It rained again for the second half, made it even more wetter. They handled the conditions far better than us.
You brought Peter Abimbola on in the second half for his debut. He's obviously coming on a month's loan from Northampton Town. What do you hope that he's going to bring to the side over the course of the loan?
Yeah, well, he'll get game time. Hopefully he'll add to our midfield. We had to swap it again. He came on for injured to Louis, so forced injury swap again, same as at Royston. Really doesn't help us.
And just moving into Monday night, it's a very quick turnaround as we go to Hitchin Town, who they had a good start to the season. They tailed off slightly, but what do you want to see from your team do a bit better to go and convert perhaps no points into 3 on Monday?
Well, I think we'll look at the first half. The first half was very pleasing. The goal was excellent goal. I think we had one chance before that with Jack as well, cleared off the line. I think we then managed the game really, really well to half time. Hopefully we can learn from that and grow from that, but we've got to be able to handle the conditions. Some players didn't have the best of the game. They've admitted that. It happens. We've got a small squad. It's going to hurt us.
We mentioned Miguel being out. You're obviously missing the likes of Evan and Hughesy as well. Do you expect any of those guys to be fit for Monday, or is it more of a waiting game at the moment? I
think we need to assess them all. Like I said, we've got 4, 5 now. Add Louis to that, injured. It's going to hurt us from a squad point of view. It's a great opportunity for the lads who are coming in to really stake their claim for the team and really stake their claim as to why they should be with the squad. So it'll be a great opportunity. They'll have to rally around really, really quickly for Monday, and we'll give Monday a really good bash.
Well, thanks for coming to speak to us, Richard, and we'll see you on Monday night.
Yeah, just one thing. Happy 21st birthday from the rest of the team. Signed football for you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Joseph.
Well, it's a rainy afternoon here at Hayden Road. It finishes AFC Rushden Diamonds 1, Stourbridge 3. The man of the match for Diamonds is Hamilton Bunga. Hamilton, just your thoughts after a disappointing result, obviously, for Diamonds.
Yeah, it was a disappointing result. I think first half we started off nice and positive. I think the boys obviously understood what we needed to do. Obviously, we played some good counter-attacking football, and I feel like obviously our pattern of play first half was really good. Obviously, we kept it nice and compact as well, because the last couple of games we've been obviously conceding quite early, so it was good to obviously go in, into the second half 1-0 up.
Oh, exactly. Within the first 10 minutes, Diamonds could have just as easily been up 2-0, but we were denied on that first almost goal. Their defender sort of knocked the ball away just before it trickled into the net. That had to be disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing, but the conditions we always knew it was going to be a bit tough. Obviously the weather and obviously the pitch wasn't in the best condition, but we had to just weather the storm and do what we got to do.
And then for like the third or fourth game in a row for Diamonds, a goal is scored in the 7th minute, but this time not by the opponent, by Diamonds. And Jack Connor with a nice goal, like I said, in the 7th minute.
Yeah, it was a great goal. Obviously, Andy picked it up deep, drove, beat a couple of players, fed it into Connor T, and obviously, we've been going through that in training. Just obviously, play that way and obviously get balls into the box and get, Big Jack at the end of it. So it was good to see that, the fruits of our training session pay off today.
So Diamonds are going good there in the first half, leading 1-0. But in a way, though, you could sort of tell that Stourbridge was somewhat in the ascendancy as the first half ended. They had one shot go off the crossbar, and it seemed like they had the momentum going in at halftime, despite being down 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're a great team. Obviously, they've got a lot of experience in their team. I think, in all due respect, they should obviously be, in a better position in the league. But listen, they're a great team. They knew what they were doing. They obviously have experience in their team. So obviously they, outwitted us in a few moments. Second half, I feel like with the goals that we conceded, it just was moments of, lapse of concentration that kind of killed us. And obviously from then they knew
2 goals in 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not great. But listen, they obviously knew from then, obviously with the experience they got in their team, to obviously, keep the back door shut and made it difficult for us to break them down.
Well, there's always the next game, of course, and this time it's a very quick turnaround, only 48 hours later, actually, as such, Monday evening at Hitchin Town. Early thoughts about that, Matt?
Yeah, listen, like we said, it is a quick turnover, so it gives us a chance to obviously, come back again, come back stronger, and obviously respond in the right manner and attitude. And all the boys in unison are kind of in unison in wanting to do that to get a result on Monday. So we just got obviously dust ourselves off and go again.
Well, that's right. Hamilton, I know your focus, of course, mainly on AFC Rushden Diamonds. Will you have any time at all to watch the World Cup for the next few weeks? Yeah, I know it's a strange time of year to have a World Cup.
Yeah.
In December.
Yeah, quite strange, because obviously it's going to be going on at times where, people will be working and stuff. So I'm going to try to see if I can, get a few games in.
Good luck to England. Maybe a shout out from yours truly for the USA as well. So thanks for your time, Hamilton, after a tough game.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.